For those of us wondering how to get our hands on these digital assets, finally, there's a solution. Shapeshift.io allows you to buy and sell between your digital assets and Bitcoin instantly between your own digital wallets. I've used it with ease. Shapeshift.io. There's no account or email address needed. You send them the crypto you want to sell. They send back the crypto you want to buy. It's that easy. Shapeshift.io. Here's a chance to do a little activism while you're cruising Facebook, Twitter, or Google+. Between the LOL cats, the recipes, the hot girls, and the inspirational sunrise memes, Free Talk Live's posts pass by your newsfeed. Like them, comment. It gives us more exposure. If you don't see our posts, click like at facebook.freetalklive.com and then hover over it to click Get Notifications. It's an easy way to spread the ideas of liberty a bit further. I know you're busy, but you can spare that tenth of a calorie it takes to click on something. facebook.freetalklive.com.
You're listening to the live edition of Free Talk Live. Hour number 3 is next after the news here on the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM.
From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Monday, October 16th, 2017. Silver is trading at $17.45 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,305 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 4.1 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $5,730. Antiwar.com reports the Iraqi central government has issued a statement accusing the Kurdistan regional government of having made a declaration of war against them, accusing the Kurds of bringing in fighters from Turkey's PKK to the contested province of Kirkuk. Kurdish President Masoud Barzani denied that any PKK had entered Kirkuk, saying that the only Kurdish forces there are all Peshmerga. He added that the Peshmerga forces are prepared to defend Kurdish territory from Iraqi threats. In late September, Kurdistan held a referendum in which over 92% of voters supported declaring independence from Iraq. Iraq's parliament has authorized the prime minister to send troops into Kurdistan to secure control over the country. Both Iran and Turkey are supporting Iraq with a suggestion that they might join a war against Kurdish independence. The claims about the PKK being involved are likely designed to encourage Turkey's involvement. Though both the PKK and the Kurdistan regional government have secessionist ambitions, they have not historically gotten along very well, with the PKK tending to be on better terms with Syria's YPG than with the Iraqi regional political factions. For over 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals. Gold, silver, platinum, and palladium. They don't feed the banks. They're Bitcoin preferred and have removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts Brokerage today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. UPI reports an oil rig exploded Sunday night off the coast of Louisiana, causing several injuries. Authorities said the explosion occurred in Lake Pontchartrain near St. Charles Parish around 8 p.m. local time. Officials from nearby North Kenner said 7 crew members were injured and have been transported to nearby hospitals for treatment. In a press conference, Jefferson Parish COO Keith Conley said 1 person was still missing. Local media reported that the U.S. Coast Guard was assisting in rescue efforts with a helicopter and small boat. The cause of the explosion appears to be under investigation, but officials said it appears to be the result of cleaning chemicals ignited on the surface of the oil rig platform. The explosion startled people living in the area. Andre Love told the Times-Picayune of New Orleans that he lives about 10 blocks away from the rig and the explosion caused his house to shake. Are you an advocate for free market money? Do you promote Bitcoin as an alternative in a fiat-centric world? Then you need Spendabit in your arsenal, the search engine for things you can buy with Bitcoin. Spendabit aggregates millions of products from thousands of Bitcoin-enabled merchants. Keep your money in the free economy. Visit spendabit.co today. Reuters reports firefighters gained ground on the deadliest wildfires in California history on Sunday as winds eased while searchers combed charred ruins for more victims of the blazes that have claimed at least 40 lives. 2 of the 3 most destructive fires in Northern California were more than half contained. Officials said some residents who fled the flames in hard-hit Sonoma County could be allowed to return home in the next 24 hours. More than 5,700 structures have been destroyed by more than a dozen wildfires, which ignited a week ago and have consumed consumed an area larger than New York City. The National Weather Service said warm and very dry weather is forecast to continue through Monday. Rain could arrive on Thursday after a cooling trend. Steve Crawford, a CAL FIRE operations chief, said heavy winds had lightened and helped drive flames away from populated areas. Additional equipment and manpower made available as other fires have died down have also helped. Crawford added, "Before we were kind of chasing the fire, now we're getting more personnel and the weather is really helping us out." About 11,000 firefighters supported by air tankers and helicopters are battling blazes that have consumed more than 217,000 acres. 22 people died in Sonoma County and 174 people were still listed as missing there, although the number had dropped from 235 on Saturday as more people checked in with authorities. Evacuation orders were lifted for the Napa Valley resort town of Calistoga, whose 5,000 residents were ordered out by authorities 4 days ago. Some of the evacuees being housed at a Sonoma Raceway returned to their homes on Sunday. This has been FPP Radio News. Online at fppradio.com.
If you're just tuning in, a horrific accident. Dozens are dead and hundreds more injured after the Coors Light party train crashed in Pratt, Kansas. The train was barreling through a field on its way to liven up a boring, overheated barbecue when something went wrong. Partiers were thrown hundreds of feet from the train as the frost-powered locomotive careened through bystanders at its normal speed of over 27,000 miles per hour. Rescue crews are struggling to get close to the crash. The Rocky Mountain frost radiating from the downed silver bullet is flash freezing survivors' bodies as they try to escape the wreckage, and the OJ's hit song Love Train is looping at deafening levels. No word yet on the cause of the accident, but investigators are focusing now on the fact that the train weighs 400 million tons and was not on rails. Coors Light has released the following statement, quote, "Coors Light regrets any loss of life caused by the Coors Light party train's raw, frosty power. Please continue to enjoy Coors Light." We'll have more on this story as it develops.
This is the Onion News Network.
Free Talk Live.
This is Free Talk Live. We're launching into the third hour of the program. As always, you're invited here to join us toll free at 855-450-FREE like freedom. That's 855-450-3733. And we do have Skype. The Skype username is LRN.FM. With you in the studio tonight, it's Ian,
Melanie,
and Mark.
And sometimes it's your calls that actually bring up some of the topics we probably should talk about, but, you know, we don't always pick what you want to talk about, which is why we have open phones, so you can call in.
We do requests
to bring stuff up. And the Boy Scout story was definitely a big story last week. And according to CNN, the Boy Scouts will soon include girls, and not everyone's happy about it. That was what our last caller in the last hour had brought up. The 107-year-old organization announced last week that younger girls will be allowed to join Cub Scouts and that older girls will be eligible to earn the prestigious rank of Eagle Scout.
Yeah, this is what it all came down to, is this girl basically wanted to be an Eagle Scout and had the gumption to do it.
The historic decision comes after years of receiving requests from families and girls, Boy Scouts of America said in a statement. The group said it considered input from current members and leaders before making the decision.
Yeah, and I don't know if the Girl Scouts themselves have some kind of equivalent to Eagle Scout, but if they do, I've never heard about it.
Me neither.
Meaning, therefore, it is not an equivalent. Because the fact that I've heard about Eagle Scout and I have this admiration for
and I know
Eagle
some of them,
right?
Yeah.
And the fact that I've never heard of whatever the Girl Scout equivalent of Eagle Scout is means that it just simply doesn't have the brand recognition.
Maybe it's because we're men and we're just not kind of in that world. Melanie,
what's the equivalent of Eagle Scout for girls?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, and if you have to go to someone with specific knowledge, then that means that it's not.
All I'm saying is maybe I haven't heard of it because I don't run in the circles that would encourage me to hear about it, right? Like I'm a man, I grew up that way. I was around boys all, as I was a child, so I was less likely to encounter anything about a whatever the equivalent of an Eagle Scout was. When I was a teenager, I had a close friend who was going for and achieved the rank of Eagle Scout, so it was present in my life in a way that the only thing from the Girl Scouts was ever present was cookies.
Well, right, but if you have to know someone in the organization or be in the organization yourself to have heard of it, then that means it has no PR value.
Yeah. No, I'm with you there. I think Mark's onto something.
From CNN.com, by the way, the Google did finish this statement for me. I did not have to type it all the way out. What is the Girl Scout E? And then it goes to equivalent of Eagle Scout, and it says CNN.com. It just has an excerpt here. Google, pulled this as it does.
Yeah.
While there's a rough equivalent in the Girl Scouts, the Gold Award, the honor is not nearly as well known as the Eagle Scout distinction. So I don't know what and it says rough equivalent, so I'm not sure what rough means either. I do know, having spoken to
that means it's not the same.
Yeah, an Eagle Scout, but I don't know how rough and what the equivalency is.
If any gold people are out there, you want to call in, feel free.
Speaking to an Eagle Scout, his claim was that we read on air about a Eagle Scout candidate that died on a hike a few weeks ago, and he said the easiest one was the hiking. There's 3 legs, and I can't remember what they all are, but it was like hiking and swimming and something else. I don't know, biking maybe. And he considered the hiking one to be the least difficult. And basically what you had to do for the hiking thing was plan and execute a 5-day hike that was, I think, 30 miles in total, with 3 different campsites.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess sitting here as a radio talk show host who's probably, tens of pounds overweight, I say to myself, I could do that. I could do it tomorrow. Yes, I can plan a hike, and with 3 separate locations where I hike 30 miles over the course of 5 days.
Okay.
And it's at least 3, by the way.
Yeah, that seems really easy to do here.
Yep.
So this is kind of a wildly different test depending on where you were born.
Sure. I mean, it could be the summer in New Mexico, right? And you could die out there. Or it could be Florida, where just about
alligators
anything eats you.
Yeah.
It could be Australia, where everything is really trying to kill you.
Or it could be New York City, where there's no place to hike.
But New York City's easy. You just come to New England and you park a car and you walk away.
Or a city that's farther away, I guess.
But I mean, I could do this out my back door. I wouldn't even need to drive anywhere.
I remember hearing about the Eagle Scout, and it sounded like it was pretty hard to get to. Like that there was a lot of things.
I'm not saying anything else. I'm simply saying that one leg.
They had to do like some sort of community project.
Yes, that part's supposed to be the hardest.
All kinds of stuff. Anyway, the Boy Scouts of America said the expansion is aimed at helping busy families consolidate programs for their children. Quote, families today are busier and more diverse than ever. Most are dual earners, and there are more single-parent households than ever before, making convenient programs that serve the whole family more appealing, their statement said. The announcement drew praise from scouting leaders, mixed reactions from women's groups, and indirect criticism from Girl Scouts USA. For months, Girl Scouts USA had a notion that BSA would try to start recruiting girls. In August, BuzzFeed News obtained a strongly worded letter in which GSUSA President Kathy Hopinka, so she's got 3 names, Kathy Hopinka Hannan, accused the BSA of courting girls to boost falling enrollment numbers. It's also no secret that BSA membership has been declining for years. In 2016, the organization reported 2.3 million youth members, a decrease from 2.8 million in 2012. The Boy Scouts membership peaked back in 1972 with 6.5 million members. On Wednesday, Girl Scouts responded to the BSA's announcement without explicitly naming the Boy Scouts. Quote, the need for female leadership has never been clearer or more urgent than it is today.
That just contradicts the first paragraph that was right before that, but okay.
And only Girl Scouts has the expertise to give girls and young women the tools they need for success. So,
see, that's a really weird statement, because if you're saying we're all the same, we have dual earner households and single parent households, it doesn't matter, we can all just be the same.
Well, just to clarify, the dual earner household statement came from the Boy Scouts of America. The other statement that I'm reading now came from the Girl Scouts. So the Boy Scouts were saying, well, one of the reasons we're adding girls is because it'll make it easier on families. All their kids can be members of one organization. Simple. That was what they were saying. Now you've got the Girl Scouts saying, oh, well, if you've got a girl, they're going to be best off in our organization.
But if you're looking for leadership in women and not domestic stuff from, and motherhood from women, then why do you need two separate organizations? That doesn't make that to me is a contradiction in terms. If you're
I agree with
saying
you.
women can do everything men can do, and we should all do the same stuff and not have division of labor, then why do you need two separate organizations?
Which presumably the Girl Scouts would say something like that, right? Like they would say that women and men are equal, but now you're saying they're saying something different.
Yeah, so like we're either different or we're not. And I mean, we need places for only men and boys, and we need places for only women and girls, and we need places for both. And I don't really care which one of those things Boy Scouts wants to be, although maybe they should change their name if they're going to be a different one.
I bet they're going to.
It's going to be the Scouts.
I don't care if they decide to be a male-only group or a mixed group. Both those things need to exist.
So are you proposing that there's that somebody start another Boy Scouts that's boys only?
Or
we may see that happen.
I don't know what they're actually. I mean, I don't.
Are you
feel
against this decision by the Boy Scouts, or are you in favor of it?
I mean, they're private. I don't care. Like, I don't. If they want to be boys only, that's fine with me. If they want to be mixed, that's fine with me. I think if they do want to be mixed, I think they should change their name. That's really the only opinion I have.
Yeah. It's a little weird to say the Boy Scouts, but we're going to let girls in.
I do think that gender-specific groups should exist because I feel that those are needed. People are going to act. Most people are going to act differently within a mixed group as within a.
Absolutely.
So you need both of those experiences. And from what I can tell, there's kind of a scarcity in places. Like, there's plenty of places that I can go and only hang out with women.
Having girls
don't always want to
at Boy Scouts meetings is going to change, I think, a lot about how those, how the boys interact with each other and with the girls. There's an argument against this.
But it's not necessarily Boy Scouts' job to provide that space as much as I feel it's needed.
Well, it's Boy Scouts, according to the numbers here, they're way down from what they used to be. So this could just be a Hail Mary kind of desperate move to try to stay relevant, to try to increase their membership more than anything else. Your thoughts are welcome. 855-450 free.
I got my Blink home security system delivered right to my door. I downloaded the app and it walked me right through the easy setup. Even with my complicated router system, I was done in like 10 minutes. Now it notifies me whenever something moves in front of the wireless cameras, or I can just check it whenever I want right from my phone. And I got you a deal. Get 3 Blink cams for what the other guys charge you for 1, plus an extra 10% off. Visit blinkprotect.com/FTL. 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 The 3 most important things you can do for LRN.FM are: 1. Let your friends know you're listening to LRN.FM on your social networking profile. 2. Buy the things you buy online through shop.LRN.FM. 3. Give $5 a month to the AMP program at amp.LRN.FM. You like your friends, and you like LRN.FM, or you wouldn't be listening. So like your friends enough to share something you like with them. Please share that you're listening to LRN.FM on your favorite social networking site.
Earlier this year, after many years of conflict over the direction of Bitcoin, the creators of Bitcoin Cash did just what they were told to do. They forked off. Now there are 2 Bitcoins, the one that is run by the big bank patsies, and Bitcoin Cash, the one that stays true to the creator's vision. Bitcoin Cash has surprised many with its relevancy and staying power, and the price reflects it. If you believe that Bitcoin was meant to be a low-cost, easy-to-use, peer-to-peer currency that could bring economic freedom to the world, you need Bitcoin Cash. Get your Bitcoin Cash wallet right now at bitcoin.com.
Do you want to help build a better financial system for everyone? Join Dash. Dash is Digital Cash, a digital money platform designed to replace cash and help people manage their own wealth. It's fast and easy, fees are low, and transactions are confirmed instantly. Dash is decentralized, run by users who earn rewards for helping run the network and make governance decisions. Dash is set up to succeed where other platforms have failed. Give it a try at dash.org. Help people take control over their financial future today. Find out more at dash.org.
The Free State Project has reached its goal of 20,000 liberty lovers who've pledged to move to New Hampshire and get active to achieve liberty in our lifetime. Perhaps you're trying to figure out what part of New Hampshire should be your destination. If so, consider Keene. You'll find more than 150 reasons to move to Keene at move.freekeen.com. Keene is famous for its historic, publicity-generating activism, as well as being the liberty media capital of the world. It's home to freekeen.com, New Hampshire's destination for liberty activism, news, and opinion. For years, we've been compiling over 150 reasons to move to Keene at move.freekeen.com, where you'll learn about some of what's happening here and what makes Keene a great place to live. If you love liberty, you'll probably enjoy anywhere you end up in the Shire. But do your due diligence first. Please visit move.freekeen.com for the full list of over 150 reasons to move to Keene. That's move.freekeen.com. So you've heard all 3 hours of the latest episode of Free Talk Live, and you're still hungry for liberty-oriented audio content? Did you know that we have another 24/7 audio stream at LRN.FM? The Liberty Radio Network airs the latest episodes of some of the best liberty-oriented podcasts on the internet around the clock. In addition to recorded content, you'll also hear live shows like Free Talk Live, originating from our Keene, New Hampshire studio. So listen anytime at LRN.FM. That's LRN.FM.
There's no better app for tracking the value of cryptocurrencies than CoinCap. I've had a lot of apps for tracking Bitcoin, but none that's ever been able to track 500 digital assets at once. Their best feature is the Altfolio. I love this thing. You enter how many Bitcoins, Ether, Dash, Doge, or whatever else you have, and it tells you how much your crypto is worth. You can watch yourself get rich. If you have crypto, go right now to coincap.io, or you can use the Apple Store or Google Play to get the app. I love CoinCap. coincap.io.
While our satellite channel is free to listen to, it's not free for us. You can help us cover our satellite costs with the chip-in on the right side of the page at lrn.fm.
This is Free Talk Live. You can dial in toll-free here at 855-450-FREE. 855-450-3733. We've got Skype, and Skype username is lrn.fm. Your thoughts are welcome if you want to share them on the Boy Scouts. They have decided to allow girls in. And I don't know if this change takes effect immediately or whatever, but it's certainly making the rounds in the news media. And I wanted to stop down for just a moment and tell you about what Melanie is offering you. She is an accountant by trade, tax professional, and you have hung out your shingle, Melanie. You're doing tax preparation and assistance for, hopefully, listeners like you. Folks, you can go to tax.freetalklive.com, and that will take you directly to Melanie's website, where you offer assistance with what? What are some of the services that you can provide?
So, filling out the tax forms is kind of the main thing, or what people look at as the main thing. If you have a small business, then I can do bookkeeping, which is in essence really tax planning. And if a bookkeeper is not doing that, then they're not really doing anything that Excel can't do for you, because most people can add and subtract. What my job is to go through your expenses and see, is there something you need to do before December 31st? Do you need to move something around? Do you need to invest something somewhere to kind of lower your tax burden? If you are an individual, the ACA, aka Obamacare deadline, is sometime next month through whenever it ends. I think it ends at the end of this year, this time. Last year it went through February or something. I'm not sure on that, but whenever that deadline is, like for me, it doesn't make sense to pay them $300 to not have insurance. The fine is cheaper for me. So if that is it, I mean, I can't tell you if you're going to get sick or not, obviously. That's a decision you have to kind of do on your own or with somebody who's not an accountant. But as far as, does it make sense for you to do this? Are you going to actually be insured even if you pay for the ACA stuff? Is the fine cheaper? Is the fine more expensive? What decisions you need to make from that end? I can help individuals with that, because that can get complicated. Sometimes it's simple. It just depends on your situation, but it can get complicated for some folks.
So you can help individuals, you can help businesses with tax preparation, tax filings, but you'd prefer people, I mean, they can call you any time of the year, obviously, but getting in sooner rather than later, before the end of the year, would be ideal, right?
Right, yeah. So if you just have a W-2 job with employer health insurance, you don't really need to call me until January, but if you have an ACA issue or if you have a small business, having me look over that before the end of the year. If there's something you need to do, if I tell you in January, it's too late.
And the work that Melanie did with, on Laura My Taxes was incredibly valuable for our family. And I cannot, it's not possible for me to overstate how valuable it was. And
you would have made a mistake.
Yeah.
All right, so check her out, tax.freetalklive.com for Melanie's tax assistance and accounting services, bookkeeping, etc. That's tax.freetalklive.com. Let's go to Andrea. She's in Maine. Andrea, you are listening to, I believe, WLOB. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, hi. I just wanted to comment on the Boy Scouts letting the girls in. I've been wanting to be a Boy Scout for over 30 years.
Now's your chance.
Right. Well, I think I'm a little too old now.
Yeah,
but
probably.
Yeah, people are just going to
when
think
I
you're
was
creepy.
a little girl, the Girl Scouts did arts and crafts, and they hung out in the school cafeteria, and the boys got to go tie knots and build fires and go camping. And that's all I ever wanted to do.
The Girl Scouts don't go camping?
There was no camping for Girl Scouts?
They do now. Oh, they do now. But when I was in the Girl Scouts, it was probably like 30, 35 years ago, and we made macaroni photograph holders for my mom,
We made those too. I think we did them in Sunday school.
You were a Boy Scout?
Right.
I was a Cub Scout.
But, my neighbor across the street was in the Boy Scouts, and he went camping, and I would just much rather do that. So I quit the Girl Scouts and went camping on my own.
Awesome.
So I think it's pretty neat that girls have an opportunity to go either way now,
What do you think about the conservative talk show host line that there are now going to be more teenage pregnancies because girls and boys are now camping together?
See, that's a parenting issue, not a social club issue.
I have to agree with that. It's definitely a parenting issue. I don't think that they're really worried about that at that age. And by the time they get to be that age and still in the Boy Scouts,
wait a minute. Boy Scouts are hold on. Let's just clarify.
Boy Scouts run up through 18.
Yeah, Boy Scouts are all the way through the teenage years, and I can tell you, they are very interested.
Well, and they can still have different sleeping quarters. So, when they get to be older. So, a lot of youth groups.
It doesn't matter what the quarters are. It's not going to stop you from walking off into the woods with somebody.
Will there be barbed wire in between the tents?
It could be. Okay, if it's the 16-year-old camping trip, they can have two different camping trips. A lot of youth groups will have one youth group for boys and girls, but still have separate, overnight trips.
Yeah, but wait a minute.
Or separate hotels.
Here's what I want to know.
I went on a school camping trip when I was 16 that was co-ed.
How'd that go? Anybody pregnant?
No.
All right, there you go. You're fine. Everything's fine.
My dad was there, so.
Right.
So you know what? If your teen is gonna go get pregnant, they're gonna get pregnant whether you're sending them on a camping trip or not.
That's true.
It doesn't. You need to worry about that well before
it's the high school
an
parties,
issue.
right? The high school parties where that's much more of a risk, where there's no chaperone, no supervision whatsoever.
Or if you're sending them to school, you're sending them to a government agency for 8+ hours a day. They could get knocked up there.
That's true.
This is silly. I'm not saying you should throw a party and buy them a hotel room together, but at the same time, you need to raise them in such a way that this is less of an issue.
Didn't you say you knew somebody? This was during the break. Didn't you say you knew somebody who was a church counselor or a church minister who, when youth group happens, they've got to constantly check the bathrooms to make sure?
Well, not when youth group. No, that's not what I said.
What did you say?
It had been an issue that they had to evict couples from the bathroom. Just
teenagers.
Yeah.
Well, wait. When was that? If it wasn't during the youth get-togethers?
Well, I mean, they still go to church. I don't know. I didn't ask.
It was during church.
I didn't ask when it was.
I had some church-going friends growing up, and I would say that youth group girls were probably the most likely to be caught in the bathroom.
The church youth group girls?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that figures. Probably preacher's kids. Hey, thanks for sharing that tonight, Andrea. Now, so would you be comfortable if you had a daughter, for instance, sending her into the Boy Scouts? Let's presume that it's not going to be an overwhelming avalanche of signups, and that she's the only girl in a troop of, I don't know how many's typically in a troop, like 20 or something like that. She's the only girl in a troop of 20 boys. Would that make you nervous?
They're probably just going to pretend.
Not at all.
All right, very good. Thanks for the call.
Not at all. All right, have a great night,
I appreciate it. Thanks, Andrea. Toll-free number here is 855-450-FREE like freedom. Because there is an argument here, as according to the Girl Scouts of America, in the statement that they released this week, they say, quote, the benefit of a single-gender environment has been well documented by educators, scholars, other girl and youth-serving organizations, and the Girl Scouts and their families. Girl Scouts offers a one-of-a-kind experience for girls with a program tailored specifically to their unique developmental needs.
Then they shouldn't have a problem getting clients, customers, whatever they want to call it.
The toll-free number here tonight is 855-450-FREE like freedom. Although I do think that having a girl in the Boy Scouts meetings is going to be a big change to kind of how things.
Oh yeah, they're making the decision to have a different structure.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That is definitely a different structure.
There's more coming up here in moments. Like, all the boys are going to be competing for her attention, basically. There might be fights.
Want revenge on the common housefly? Well, after 10,000 years, someone has finally come up with a better way. The Bug Assault, a miniaturized shotgun, which utilizes ordinary table salt as ammunition. Non-toxic and no batteries required. $39.95 plus shipping and handling. Use discount code GCN and receive 15% off your purchase at bugassault.com. Fire your fly swatter and get your Bug Assault today.
With nearly 70 years of history engineering bunkers, today, Atlas Survival Shelters is still the authority. Atlas offers 18 different choices, from commercial tornado shelters to underground nuclear fallout shelters, starting at just $99.99 with 100% financing available. Comfortable interiors and state-of-the-art air filtration systems. Atlas Survival Shelters are the most popular private survival shelters in the world. Call 1-855-4BUNKER now or visit atlassurvivalshelters.com.
This is Michael Dean from the Freedom Fiends. I've run websites since 1996 and have used over a dozen web hosts in that time. AgristHosting.com is the only one that hasn't broken my heart. Agrist Hosting's uptime and service is stellar, and their DDoS mitigation is the best I've seen. That's important because if you tell the truth in this world, you'll ruffle feathers. And some people will try dirty tricks to silence your voice. No matter what the haters hit us with, Agrist Hosting keeps our websites online. If you have a mission-critical commercial presence or a world-changing activism site, you cannot tolerate any skullduggery. So go with AgristHosting.com. Have a WordPress or blog site, but you're not satisfied with performance or uptime? Or just want raw hosting? Want to pay with Bitcoin? Agrist Hosting specializes in high-performance hosting with personalized service. Go to AgristHosting.com and click on the button that says Get Hosted. That's AgristHosting.com.
When you hear the word lobbyist, you probably think about greedy corporations, but not all lobbyists are the same. Some are fighting for the freedoms you hold dear. Liberty Lobby LLC is doing just that in New Hampshire, working hard to represent you, not some special interest group. You can help by going to libertylobby.info, where your contribution will give us the tools we need to ensure that your voice is heard. Visit libertylobby.info today to find out more.
LRN.FM is proud to announce our official listening apps for Android and iOS devices. Now you can easily tune into our streams anywhere, anytime on your smartphone or tablet. Just visit apps.lrn.fm or search for LRN.FM in the Android or Apple app stores. Please download, rate us 5 stars, then share the link on your social media and let your friends and family know how you're listening to LRN.FM. Download it now, free at apps.lrn.fm.
Is spreading the message of liberty, cryptocurrency, and peace around the globe worth $2 per month to you? As you may already know, in addition to our internet feed, LRN.FM broadcasts on free-to-air satellite across North and Central America, as well as Sub-Saharan Africa. And we've been available on satellite for free 24/7 since 2010. The LRN.FM free-to-air satellite signal is reaching some of the most oppressive regimes in the world, and there's no doubt our ideas are making an impact. You can learn more about the channel's impact by watching the 3-minute video at fund.lrn.fm. If you'd like to help free minds globally with our ideas of liberty, cryptocurrency, and peace, you can donate as little as $2 per month via fund.lrn.fm. You can help us continue and expand our satellite broadcast to multiple continents. Visit fund.lrn.fm today, and thank you for your help. Don't forget to share the link on social media. That's fund.lrn.fm.
Do you love Twitter? Make sure you favorite the LRN.FM Twitter account so you can receive our tweets at twitter.lrn.fm. That's twitter.lrn.fm.
Hey, it's Free Talk Live. You're invited to join us on the radio and take control of the airwaves at 855-450-FREE. That's 855-450-3733. Joining you in the studio tonight, it's Ian,
Melanie,
and Mark.
Your thoughts on the Boy Scouts adding girls? They haven't changed their name yet, but that's probably coming soon. You can share them with us here, 855-450-FREE.
Whole Food Multi-Complete. I love this product. What it is it's so much more than a multivitamin, which you get at the store and it's made with synthetic stuff and that sort of thing. Whole Food Multi-Complete is a food-based supplement, and not just vitamins and minerals. It also has antioxidants and enzymes and pretty much everything that you need to have in order to be healthy. I mean, they put the formulation in place that this is everything you need, including probiotics, which helped me to lose like 10 or 15 pounds when I first started taking it and didn't even know why. Wasn't even sure why. But it's been awesome for me, and I take it every day, I remember. Real regular. Like, just go to simplifymysupplements.com to learn more. Just take a look at all of the ingredients that they have there. All of the nutritional information. It's incredible. If you use coupon code FTL, you'll save 10% on your order every time you order. Satisfaction's guaranteed, or your money back. They take Bitcoin. It's simplifymysupplements.com. SimplifyMySupplements.com, coupon code FTL.
All right, toll-free number tonight, 855-450-FREE like freedom. Daryl is in Austin, Texas. You're on Free Talk Live. Hello, Daryl.
Yes, what I find interesting about the whole Boy Scout, Girl Scout thing is the fact is, I was a Cub Scout, but the fact is I do know of a couple of scouting-type organizations that are not mentioned in any news stories that are co-ed. For example, Campfire, and then there's one...
Campfire Kids, right?
Campfire, and there's one created by a group of pagans called Spiral Scouts.
Spiral?
Pyro?
Spiral.
Spiral.
S-P-I-R-I-L, sorry.
Okay.
And so for people not to do research and think they're the only two organizations, I think is crazy. Now, maybe in their area that's the only organization that's available. But I don't see why the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts haven't joined forces years ago, to kind of get the best of both worlds.
I don't think they have the same mission exactly. The Girl Scouts definitely don't seem to be...
They probably talked about it, would be my guess, and they just came to the conclusion that that's not going to work.
Based on the press release from the Girl Scouts that we shared some of the excerpts from the CNN story, that it doesn't sound like the Girl Scouts is in favor of this decision. They are a separate organization, and they may not have the exact same set of values or whatever as the Boy Scouts do.
Oh, that could be true, but what's really interesting is I remember listening to Laura Ingraham years ago, and she stated that she actually was at Campfire. So I would like to hear her comments on that, because that should be interesting.
I don't think she'd be that interesting, but hey, whatever you're into. Daryl, thanks for the call tonight, man. I appreciate hearing from you.
I think Campfire is run by the YMCA, the Young Men's Christian Association. I would say that what the Girl Scouts look like is going on here is they look like they're reacting to a failure in their organization. If they would have, if both organizations,
you think they should let the boys in?
No. If they would have teamed up at some time ago and let Girl Scouts go on camping trips with the Boy Scouts, and then let the Boy Scouts do, I don't know, whatever it is that the Girl Scouts do that is exclusive to their organization. I mean, they don't have to be mixed organizations to do things together. There are people of the male gender that go on Girl Scout events. So if they would have just handled, it's really about this hiking thing, is what this all came to a head about. If this girl could have been an Eagle Scout, or in this case, what Girl Scouts are called, the Gold Award, Gold Award honoree, then everything would have been fine, but they didn't flesh out their organization to handle the more, tomboyish girls, from what I'm hearing.
Yeah, well, our last caller pointed out when she was, or not the last one, but the last female caller pointed out that when she was in the Girl Scouts, it was just a bunch of kitchen stuff. homemaking related stuff.
Yeah,
and
I'm
she
sure
wanted to go
that's not-
camping.
Yeah, I'm sure that's not entirely true these days, but
That's what she said. It did change,
Yeah.
but it's
Well, yeah, because they advertise. I mean, even on the cookie boxes, they advertise like leadership and making women basically the same as men. And if that's what your organization is, I mean, that seems contradictory to me. But that's fine. But then why? But then everybody's not gonna like. Then you don't have a unique product at that point. Because if your product is, I'm going to be the same as everybody else, you no longer have a unique product.
we're the Also Scouts.
Yeah.
So let's go to Sarah in New Mexico. Sarah, were you a Girl Scout when you were growing up?
No, I wasn't. I've never been to a Girl Scout.
You ever been camping?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Well, camping just doesn't seem pleasant to me anyway.
No.
But
You've never been?
no.
sleeping outside and
camping is
taking
nice.
a lot longer to do the normal things.
I mean, camping is just kind of like those people that go on vacations to third world countries and think that that's cute. Like, that's what camping is to me. It's like poverty is a hobby. Like, no.
Eat out of a can. Yeah.
Camping. Poverty is a hobby. That's nice.
It can be fun for people that like to get out in the woods and get out in nature. That's, I think, one of the reasons why people go camp, or to get away from their normal life and to get away from all the glowing boxes. And of course, now people just bring the glowing boxes with them on their camping trips. But anyway, Sarah, what were you actually calling about tonight?
Yeah, so yesterday they had a whole self-driving automated car convention in Boston. So that was yesterday, and I just wish that I if I lived there, I would have been there, just checking out all of the new innovations. So that's
I hope
what
these
have to
self-driving
report.
cars have like cow catchers on the front so they can just take the pedestrians and lift them up out of the way.
That was a
I
joke
don't-
for
I don't know
Sarah,
if they
right?
have
Like,
no.
that was a
I don't
Sarah
think they
joke
have
that
that
maybe
for-
listeners who are new to the show wouldn't understand.
Probably.
Mark. You're referring to Sarah obsessively calling about this particular topic. She is very worried about people being run down. But Sarah, I think the reason why you're excited about these cars is you believe they will be better at avoiding pedestrians than human drivers, right?
Well, I think our auto-related death was 37,000 last year. So I think it should go down. And I was told that one of you guys had bought one of those real high-tech auto brake cars.
Mark's got one of
So who's
those.
the one that-
Yeah,
yeah.
I bought a
So
Civic.
I'm just
And the
I'm
Civic.
excited about all the functions.
All right.
They mentioned the functions, but it's like it's got so many different functions. I'm so excited, and I feel that if we keep
I don't
She's
think
excited,
about
and
it,
she's
we'll-
never driven a car in her life.
Yeah, this particular model doesn't have any kind of pedestrian anti-collision thing, from what I can tell. You've got to be bigger than a pedestrian in order to not get hit by the car.
But this
So-
will stop you from like rear-ending somebody, right? It's got one of those.
Yeah, it's great. You can have it on cruise control. Say you set it at 40 miles an hour. You come up on a car that's going 35. It'll slow down at a certain length, and you can set that length. And then if that car decides it's going to slow down to a stop, it'll come to a full and complete stop.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel
And
like
that's-
that might just make people not pay attention even more than they already don't. I think
There's a
that
chance.
I don't think that we're there yet as far as the tech. I think that we can get to a point where self-driving cars are safer than human beings can be. I don't think we're there yet, though, and trying to put them on the road prematurely is just going to get more people killed.
Well,
there's the demand, and
it's going to happen. I mean, they're jumping into this area. Some states are going to lead the way as far as allowing this kind of testing. And I think California, Arizona, those are a couple of them. I'm not sure who's looking at it up in the New England area where we are. But Sarah, thanks for the call tonight. I appreciate it. The toll-free number here is 855-450-FREE, like freedom. You, of course, can join us here. We've got a few remaining moments. Enough time for you if you want to join us. Maybe you want to weigh in on the Boy Scouts or talk about abusive cops or whatever is on your mind. You can take control of the airwaves here on Free Talk Live. Our number 855-450-FREE, like freedom. That's 855-450-3733, or Skype in at lrn.fm.
From the second letter of Captain Mark. Any pirate knows that commerce is communication. Markets condense oceans of information into a single price. Innovations in communication are circumventing the scrutiny of the crown. This signals a change in the coin of the realm. The Crown uses digital currency to surveil, censor, seize, and destroy wealth at will, so pirate currency must protect us from this weaponized money. We need to move funds further, faster, cheaper, and without third-party observation, basing decisions on an accelerating flow of information. So pirates require nearly instantaneous transactions with no arbitrary limits on volume or artificial influences on fees. Most importantly, a pirate currency must preclude centralization. Otherwise, it will become another link in our chain to the Crown. A superior currency will result in the obsolescence of the coin of the realm and the extinction of the Crown itself. Trade above the grid. Join us at pirateswithoutborders.com.
Are you still looking for that one iodine that you can really trust? A medical doctor endorsed product that is backed by honest research and true integrative science? Then search no further. Go to NutriMedical.com for Dr. Bill Deagle's Nutriodine, proven time and time again to be the very best iodine available for you. Nutriodine is the only Tesla-activated monatomic plasma iodine in the world. It optimizes mitochondrial function and generation of new mitochondria, from totally neutralizing the venom from a desert recluse spider bite in Southern California to eliminating malaria parasites reported by medical missionaries in central India. Dr. Bill's Nutriodine is simply the most powerful healing formula there is. Nutriodine clears the body of all known pathogens, restores it to an alkaline state, and even promotes stem cell regeneration. Order Dr. Bill's Nutriodine today at 888-212-8871 or visit us online at NutriMedical.com.
Gilman's Hardware is a local business with a very special story. Although small and family-owned, the storefront operation has managed to consistently exploit and debase its workers just as if they were members of a giant multinational corporation.
From the moment I started the store 6 years ago, I wanted to make sure that every employee here at Gilman's felt like they were nothing more than a cog in a giant machine, just as if they had worked at one of our larger corporate competitors.
Den Blaker said that despite having only 10 employees and a single location, he's managed to implement a number of unique policies to significantly reduce employee morale, including forbidding sales clerks to sit down during lengthy shifts, reducing their number of days with paid time off, and insisting on humiliating pat-downs during lunch breaks to ensure they never felt like trusted or valued employees.
Other small businesses might have given me benefits or, let me take a day off. But everyone here at Gilman's does their best to treat you like you're a totally replaceable tool for generating profit.
This is the Onion News Network.
You may already know about the Free Talk Live audio-on-demand phone line at 641-793-9660. Did you know that not only can you listen to Free Talk Live via your phone, you can also leave a message and have it delivered to Free Talk Live's hosts? To leave us your thoughts, just dial 641-793-9660. That's 641-793-9660. Press 2 for Free Talk Live, and then hit 0 to leave your message.
Imagine, if you will, a virtual world, a symbiotic economy with its own currency, where you can barter your services with others. Symbi.com is a marketplace of real people exchanging skills and services, from web developers, marketers, video production specialists, and teachers of all sorts, to gaming consulting or fitness coaching. Symbi.com is a vast world of people trading freely. Take my word for it, it's an adventure you can't afford to miss. Simbi.com.
If you enjoy LRN.FM, please contribute to your favorite shows via their websites and become an amplifier at amp.lrn.fm. That's amp.lrn.fm.
Hey, Free Talk Live here. You join us if you like. The toll-free number is 855-450-FREE like freedom. That's 855-450-3733. Mark, what's the latest from hope.freetalklive.com, the ongoing project to build an orphanage in Jinja, Uganda?
We have the roof on the orphanage, and now we're raising money for the interior stuff: plaster, wiring, plumbing, those sorts of things. The edifice is up, and we need about $6,000 more to reach the $30,000 goal to build this orphanage in Jinja, Uganda. The kids currently have a place that's better than the place they were sleeping, right? So, it's a construction project, but they're not in some tiny room where they're sleeping head to toe. They'll need beds and things like that. But we can figure that out once we've got plaster and wallpaper or the plaster and wiring and things like that up. So please help me to finish this this project by going to hope.freetalklive.com. Your funds will be tripled. So Jax.io and GetSell 411 will both match funds and to build this this project. So if you donate $100, it'll become $300. We need to raise $6,000 more, so we need to raise 2, and then we'll get 6, if that makes sense. Hope.freetalklive.com.
All right. Toll-free number here tonight, 855-450-FREE, like freedom. Mark, there was a story that we, teased a week ago. We never got to it, about the vegan truck owner. Since we've got just a moment remaining here, what happened? There was a vegan food truck owner, who spoke out against the Vegas shooter or something like that. What happened?
Yeah, from Ars Technica, a 60-year-old Pennsylvanian vegan says she's receiving death threats and abusive phone calls. She's been forced to hide her Mother Nature vegan cuisine food truck following her comments on Facebook mocking the deaths of dozens of Las Vegas concert goers killed Sunday by a man shooting at them randomly from a hotel room.
Oh, no.
It seems like a lynch mob is forming, Delia Jensen told the Times Leader, newspaper of Wilkes-Barre. Jensen's life turned upside down following this Monday's post to Facebook. Yes, I'm jaded. 59 meat eaters dead. How many animals will live because of this?
Is she presuming that every person who was shot to death...
Okay, it was a country music concert, so
there are no vegetarian or vegan country music fans?
I'm going to go with no.
How many are you going to say were what are you going to presume anything, or you just don't presume?
Well, I have no idea how many people are vegetarians out there.
That's just silly, because you know that it's a country music concert.
Yeah, but I'm not going to say that just because somebody likes country music that means they love to eat meat. I don't know if that's true.
How many of these meat eaters deserve to die?
None of them.
Okay, then what difference does it make if it's 58, 59, or 172?
I get your point.
All right, then let me go on with the story.
She's saying they deserve to die?
Yes, quote unquote, yes, I am jaded. 59 meat eaters dead. How many animals will live because of this? Under her post, Jensen eventually commented, I don't give an F about carnists anymore.
Wow. That's hardcore.
She didn't say they deserve to die. She asked a question, which was...
She was just happy about it.
How many animals will live? And that she's pointing out that life has value to her, and it doesn't matter whether that life is, the most successful primate on the planet or whatever those primates eat.
I've never heard the term carnist before this article.
I think it's probably just a derogatory term used by some, sanctimonious vegetarians.
Urban Dictionary says carnist is a name coined by vegans to refer to meat eaters, where veganism is the philosophy that humans aren't better than animals and shouldn't be exploited. Carnism is the philosophy that animals are inferior to humans and it's fine to eat them, test on them, use them for entertainment, and the like.
There you go. That's the terminology. Anyway, this was all written...
She says she doesn't give an F about carnists.
Yeah, this was all written the day after the high-profile Las Vegas tragedy. Jensen doesn't deny that she wrote it on Facebook. Jensen, who did not respond to R's request for an interview, said that she's not sure how she'll make a living following her shuttering of her food truck operation. She said she has canceled all of our booked events. We had a really good product, too. She's removed her Facebook account following the reaction. Poor social media reactions are a tragedy are by no means new. Jensen isn't the only one facing blowback after posting such recent. Anyway,
now I don't support people engaging in death threats. I think that's a horrible thing to do. But she did a pretty horrible thing by saying what she said. Obviously, she has the freedom to say what she wants to say. So I wouldn't take that away from her. But ultimately, consequences will be paid in the marketplace for a business owner who wants to go out on a limb like that. And basically,
this is consistent with her philosophy, though. She's a vegan. Yeah. She believes that all life is equal. And, so therefore, humans who abuse animals by eating them
if you get rid of them, to her, it's a net gain. Right. It's the same argument with cops. We just value different things, obviously.
I guess what you're saying is that if she's very, very... public with these beliefs that could bring her more vegan customers.
Well, I mean, nobody should be surprised by this statement. It's like when people were mad at Chick-fil-A or when people are mad at Starbucks. It's like, this is not a surprise. You don't have any new information. This is completely consistent with everything she's said and done.
Right. So, I mean, for me, this is a vegan talking like a vegan talks. What exactly is the problem here?
Are they all that harsh, though?
No, some of them have more decorum than others.
Okay. Some of them are more feelsy, but this is the logical conclusion.
I see.
Right. Now, I say that it is a destructive philosophy. Veganism is a destructive philosophy that is going to result in the destruction of life on this planet, human life on this planet. And here's the reason. There are animals. I'm going to list some of them. Rabbits, rats, deer, pigs. These animals will expand into an environment and destroy everything that has caloric content inside of that environment.
Okay.
To the point that there's nothing left. So vegans eat vegetables, right? And
they do, yeah.
And grain and starches. Those things are grown on the ground where deer, pigs, rats and rabbits and porcupines live, right?
Yeah.
If you do not do something to control them, so you
put up a fence.
Fences aren't going to do it.
An electric fence.
But you mean harm animals? You think an electric fence is going to stop a rat?
Yeah, probably not.
No. You have to do something to manage animals, otherwise animals will destroy.
How about a moat?
What kind of moat are you talking about?
Something that will stop rats.
Full of alligators? Imprisoned alligators?
Do you need alligators
There's no way
to stop
to produce
rats?
food without hurting animals.
You know what a rat
even if it's
is?
plants, it doesn't matter.
Rats are the Indian brown rat. You know, they're here in North America, and they're not called the India brown rat because they're not from North America, right?
Yeah.
They got across the Pacific Ocean. Your moat is laughable.
Let's go to Timothy in Virginia Beach. You're on Free Talk Live. Hello, Timothy.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what's on your mind?
Well, I don't know now, listening to that conversation y'all were having. But, no, I would like to comment real quick about that. But, most time these animal rights activists look at their shoes. They're wearing the hide of an animal. I mean, come on, man. But anyway,
what if you,
comment on,
just out of curiosity, what if you get your shoes secondhand? This is something I've always sort of wondered about people who, belts are another good example. I will only wear a leather belt because I like a special leather belt, not the kinds that fray up after a year, but it has to be the strap. This leather belt that I'm wearing right now is at the very least 15 years old.
Wow.
And it might be, it's a little worn, but it is holding together. I could still throw it up over a bar and do pull-ups with it.
Bam.
Hey, we got the same belt, my brother.
Yeah, it's right. Get that belt. It's great.
Hey,
and
I can't even tell you how long I had this.
If I were to give that belt to a vegan, that vegan would not have harmed an animal. No animal would have been harmed in the wearing of that belt, because I would have already, I'm going to go get another belt like that one.
Well, maybe that's their argument, is that because you're going to go and get another one, then they don't want to encourage
What if
that.
I die?
Then the belt's either going to get thrown away.
They justify every step of the way some kind of go around, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dodge a lot of questions and whatnot. But, no, when I was growing up, I was a Boy Scout, and there would be a dance, maybe two, every so often, where the Boy Scouts of the age group would go and meet the Girl Scouts at the barn dance, and we would barn dance.
And did anybody get knocked up?
No, man, we were kids.
All right.
Thanks. Ian just likes asking people that.
Well, that was the concern earlier. Hey, thanks for the call tonight, Timothy. We're out of time, but that's what the supposed concern from the conservatives was that if you bring girls into the Boy Scouts, teen pregnancies were going to go up. We'll see you tomorrow night. FreeTalkLive.com.
Since time began, tyrants have taken aim at personal liberties. Now there's a movie that aims back.
The government has no more right to tell us what to put in our bodies than they have to take our guns or tell us what books we can read.
6 drug police were eaten by bears while raiding a marijuana farm.
On your knees, you dirty hippie! Jesus. On your knees! What's the problem, officer?
Today, many cops who enforce pot laws do so only because it provides them with cushy jobs, good benefits, and a chance to push people around.
I was an undercover narcotics officer. The drug war is nothing but a farce.
The Second Amendment says you got to keep you and your gat intact.
Guns and Weed, The Road to Freedom. A film by Michael W. Dean and Nima Vadadi.
DVD